What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back here with another video, and today we are doing the Colts 7-round mock draft post Carson Wentz trade. So obviously a big question was, oh, in the first round, are they going to be going quarterback? Are they going to be going guy like Mac Jones? Now that question is answered. Obviously, TDN, luckily, because they like to slip up in a lot of other categories, have finally been able to put in the little adjustments to the picks for both teams. So awesome. I already just did a Philadelphia Eagles 7-round mock, but I want to get this up today because, it's a pretty big day for both your teams. So let's have some fun. If you guys want to know my honest opinion on the trade, I think both teams won. And like the Colts, you give your first and second round pick this year, and that means that you guys could get what we're about to get, hopefully. I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you guys are new, like, comment, subscribe. I love the Colts. I had them going to the Super Bowl this year, but of course they didn't get to do that. But, let's get to 3K by draft day. You guys know the goal. Let's have some fun. Again, talking about the trade a little bit more. The Eagles, they got to offload the contract for not having to do really too much for it. Like they got some good value. So, the nice thing is that the Colts, again, we're not going to be doing trades. So I got to make sure this is a little bit smaller. We're not going to be doing trades, too much RNG. Holy fuck. So just talking about the trade, because we just got the best case scenario of possibly the second best tackle in the class. I project Rashawn Slater is more of an interior guy due to length issues, but I mean, we have the top two tackles on the board, so that's great. But talking about the trade a little bit more, Eagles got to offload Wentz's contract for some good value. Obviously, a third and then a next year's second, which could turn into a first if 75% of the snaps were played by Carson, or 70% and they make the playoffs. So they potentially got a first and a third for Carson Wentz, which is again great value for both teams. So then again, that first round pick is next year's, so they're not going to get immediate draft compensation for it. But hey, I mean, if it works out for the Colts, that's pretty much going to be an early second and a third for the Eagles. And you know what? That's still pretty good value for a guy like Max Kellerman, saying you're going to have to package him in a first, like Jared Goff, to get rid of that contract. Frank Reich gets his solid dude. And if the draft falls like this, I don't know where to go here because I love Christian Darrisaw. Samuel Cosmi is more built now. Obviously, I'm going to go Christian Darrisaw here. Samuel Cosmi is not better than Christian Darrisaw. I love Samuel Cosmi a lot, but I did a full in-depth report on Christian Darrisaw, and this dude he's really damn good. And he had only like one or two reps out of every single snap I saw of him where he got beat by a hand technician. And that's just some interior defensive lineman who's like a graduate student for North Carolina State. Don't know how that. I think his name's like Gregory Joseph or something like that. Really weird scenario why he got beat by that, but really good athleticism, had good enough contact power, and he has great length. I think this dude is an absolute stud for Virginia Tech. And now replacing Anthony Costanzo, a more realistic pick would be Samuel Cosmi there, just because I think Mac Jones is probably going to go to the Bears, because the Bears definitely need to get a guy. But that means the Mac Jones sweepstakes has eliminated one of the players. So that's really, really intriguing, because we were thinking like, dude, what the flip? Mac Jones to the Eagles, really? Unbelievable. TDN's so stupid sometimes. But, I mean, that takes out one of the teams in the Mac Jones sweepstakes. So now you have teams like Carolina apparently likes him. Don't really vibe with that too much. And then a bunch of other teams that we're going to talk about in a minute. But let's look at this pick, because I think we could help the secondary out a little bit if we could find a true zone corner. Because I think we do run like a more of a cover two zone scheme. And I'm seeing some guys like Ifeatu Melifonwu here who'd be a great fit. Paulson Adebo, great fit. Again, we don't have a third round pick, so is there a guy who's going to be able to fit us down the line? I'm not sure about that one. So unfortunately, we might have to go this route, because in the fourth round, can we get a solid weapon? De'Ami Brown, Seth Williams, because I want to get one more weapon basically to replace a guy like T.Y. Hilton. But I mean, hell, if we want to get Jalen Darden later on, that's what we're going to do. So we are going to be going into this cornerback in depth here. And Tyson Campbell, to me, amazing man corner. Sean Wade, pure man slot corner. And then Paulson Adebo, really good zone corner. But Ifeatu Melifonwu, to me, Ifeatu Melifonwu, to me, has the best zone capabilities of anybody on the board, maybe besides Keith Taylor and Elijah Molden. Elijah Molden's going to be a pure slot as well. But I think that we need to get more of like a plan in place to get rid of or to move on from Xavier Rhodes. And Israel Mukuwama wasn't the guy I was looking at. Keith Taylor. I'm looking at it. I mean, I love Keith Taylor a lot. I have a late second on him actually, but he fought Tumelifon, who is a guy who we're going to go with. He has a lack of speed there, but I think that in this scheme, where if you can get a safety over the top of him, he's going to be possibly one of the best corners, pound for pound in the draft. So we're going to be able to get a solid zone corner for this team and play at a very high level. So now Carson Wentz has his offensive tackle. He still has all the weapons in the world that we're going to get more of. But by the way, I have a mid first in Elijah Molden, and I have talked to some NFL teams, yes, like the actual scouts on NFL teams, and they too think that Elijah Molden's a day one prospect. So coming up in my probably soon to be mock draft, I'm going to be putting Elijah possibly in the first. Just saying, it's a good possibility. So crazy things are going to be happening there, but we'll see what happens. Obviously you never know until it actually happens, until the draft actually happens. But knowing that actual people who know what the hell they're talking about are saying like, yo, this guy could be this guy is a first round prospect. To me, that's absolutely awesome. If we get De'Ami Brown, that'd be great. I don't think it's going to happen, but hell, if it happens, that'd be great. Well, last in the Eagles draft, we had our Darius Washington fall like forever to the point where we got to snag him. I don't think that's going to happen, but that's okay. If it does, I have my fingers crossed. It's not going to happen, but if it does, that'd be great. If it does, holy shit, it did. So, dude, De'Ami Brown is such a good pick here. I know that he's not going to be a replacement for Ty, but we're going to get 2 wide receivers in this class. Okay. De'Ami Brown's a true deep threat. So you're going to be able to pair him up with Michael Pittman, and who went to my high school, actually. Fun fact. But Michael Pittman, De'Ami Brown, Paris Campbell underneath. You have plenty of dudes who have a lot of talent here. We could be going, of course, Jalen Darden later on as well. We have a 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th round pick. So we can pick up one of those guys anytime between there. De'Ami Brown's a true weapon in the squad. He's super young as well. I think you just got to surround Carson with some more weapons. And De'Ami Brown is a guy where he shouldn't be there at all. I have him around 90 on my board, probably like mid to late 3rd. But like that dude's insane. I was thinking about also going more in. Did he actually already go? I did not see Seth Williams on the board. If Seth Williams is already gone, he went the pick before us. I was debating between those two guys because Seth Williams could be running a 4.3, which is absolutely insane. But we'll see what happens. Kylan Granson in the 5th. As much as an SMU boy as I am, I don't think that's a great pick at all. I'm just not a huge fan. I'm not very high on Kalen. Just seeing him drop quite a few passes for us in our games, but that's okay. We got the computer fan going. That's going to be the first in a while. That's wonderful. It's been a while since we've been reminded that we do have a computer fan, but we got to help out the edge a little bit. Then the defense needs some help. Jonathan Cooper's here. Dude, Ellerson Smith is here too. Shoot. So right now I'm looking between Kyrus Tonga, but I think you call it just Chris Tonga, as well as Ellerson Smith and Shaka Tony. Ellerson Smith, you looking at me 6'7". He's not 6'6". Really, they really had to go the 6'6.5" route. I 100% think Ellerson Smith's a great fit in the squad. He's going to be able to replace Justin Houston very well. Jonathan Cooper, another guy really talented, but I think Ellerson Smith, just at his size, he's going to be very, very, very intriguing to a lot of teams. And he played pretty damn well in his one-on-ones at the Senior Bowl. So I think Ellerson Smith is going to be the right guy for this pick. It's just pure upside because this team already is very high level. So if you're able to keep the high level talent and then drop in a guy with a lot of talent or a lot of potential, like an Ellerson Smith, like that's going to be great. So very happy about that one. Hopefully you guys are as well. Kwoni Dang was another guy I was thinking about just adding him to the linebacker core. Like you need another linebacker. But again, we might be looking at, if it's in the 6, we might have to go Jalen Darden. But I've seen these wide receivers fall because there's just so many of them. Excuse me. There's so many of these guys who continue to fall. So I don't know. Jalen Darden is about to get picked though. So can we survive going more of this interior? If Tonga's on the board, oh my goodness, Tonga's on the board, guys. What do we do? Ooh, we could get a big stuffer in the middle with Kyrus Tonga. I love Chris Tonga. I'm gonna call him Chris. I love Chris Tonga, and that's gonna be great for us. We could also get Jalen Darden, who could be our TY replacement. I'm doing a report on him very, very soon. It's like, shoot, he could be your true slot weapon, man. Because I know you guys probably want to use I mean, I was thinking about even going back in the second round, going after a guy like Amon-Ra St. Brown to put it next to Michael Pittman. They were a dynamic duo, but you might want to go Jalen Darden here. You do have guys like Zach Pascal who are really good. You have some very underrated weapons in this team, but it's like, damn, where do we go? Do you think that Chris Tonga is going to be gone, or like Jalen Darden? I might want to say balls to the wall. Jalen Darden will be not taken because I've seen Kyrus Tonga never at this point in the draft, even though as great as a 221. I'm rocking with Chris Tonga here. Think about Damon Snacks Harrison. That's my comp for him. Just somebody who's impact player every single play that he just plays. You see already LeBron and Ray just got taken right there. So already we see the top two interior defensive linemen taken right there. You know, if you're able to get a big run stuffer like Chris Tonga, like a Damon Snacks Harrison, I think that's more value to anybody, than just like getting a guy like Jalen Darden, who could be a high end player. It's like, it's a lot better than these first round interior defensive linemen, Jalen Darden going to the Niners, who I think that's actually a really good fit. But I mean, it's like, why not get a guy like Chris Tonga this late and he'll have 70 or 80, maybe 90% of the effectiveness versus getting like a first round tackle versus a seventh round tackle who probably won't even start. It's just an idea. Oh man, do we go full, like we're down to Marquez Stevenson and Tamorrion Terry here? Like, do we go just like balls to the wall and get extremely large wide receivers? I don't know, because Tamorrion can play that big slot very well. He has 4.3 speed. I think this is just where you take it, guys. And again, I don't really know why this says tight end. I know you guys have some dudes coming up on contract soon. I think Trey Burton might be coming up on one soon. Moali Cox, definitely someone you guys need to bring back. But the linebacker squad, not good enough. Man, I mean, I'm all down to get Tamorrion Terry here. Racey McMath should be at the bottom of the list. Racey McMath looked terrible in the Senior Bowl. Tamorrion Terry, to me, all the way. You know, again, you're having a monstrously large squad now. So, I mean, you guys might not like that. Maybe Jalen Darden would have been the right pick. But now you have 6'4", 6'4", 6'1". I think Paris Campbell is also like 6'1" or 6'2". And I don't know. Even Zach Pascal might be above 6 foot. So you have a very large wide receiver core now in a division with the Jaguars, who have larger corners, because you don't want your like little tiny your wide receivers to be just totally like messed around with. I think this is just going to completely destroy the division, especially Houston. This is a big no for anybody in the division who has anybody under like the size of 6 foot. You're going to have instant height advantage everywhere. And I love that. All these guys have height and speed, and they're all pretty solid size-wise. They're all above 200 pounds pretty much. Diami is 195, but I mean, these guys are going to be really, really good targets for you. So looking at the draft, we did get our tackle fixed. That's wonderful. Got the best tackle in the draft besides Penei Sewell. We got a solid zone corner who could develop into a really good prospect. And then again, somebody with extremely high ceiling, Ellerson Smith, and talk about high floor, Chris Tonga. You get Damon Snacks Harrison in the 6th. Yes, please. So let me know what you guys think. I think the future is really bright for your team. I'm going to be possibly putting them in the Super Bowl again, because I love this squad, especially if you get to hit on like a guy like Darsaw Cosme. I think that would be absolutely amazing. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the far side. Peace.